Hey y'all, welcome to another video. I am going to attempt to try to make sure that we do have sound. This is a pre-recorded tutorial. So let's make sure that we have sound. So I can hear it on the computer. Can y'all still hear me? Nope, y'all cannot hear me. All right, can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear? Mic check. Okay, so we got sound. We just got to figure out how to get the echo to go away. All right. Okay. Do we have sound? What in the world? How about now? No echo? No echo? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me now? All right. So hopefully we have sound with no echo. Hopefully. And if you're in the y'all, this sound? Okay. So it still sounds like this mic is muted. All right. Hopefully we have sound. We have sound the proper way. Hopefully. I hear it back here. I don't hear it on the computer. But as far as I understand, we should only have one mic going. So let's hope. All right, so the purpose of today's tutorial is we are going to go in Pro Color and we are going to use our Pro Color Epson L1800 to create a DTF transfer. Okay, I'm gonna share my entire screen. All right, so I am going to go ahead and delete this image. I opened up Pro Color on my screen. Okay, so you guys should be able to see. So I opened up Pro Color on my screen, and this is what the Pro Color canvas looks like right here. I'm going to click on this picture icon, and if you'll look on the screen, it does say add picture. So I'm going to click here. I'm already where I need to be for the files that I want, but just in case you had to search for it, I know that mine is in desktop SVGs, and in Creative Fabrica is my folder. Today's design will come from Creative Fabrica, from the Mother's Day Heart SVG bundle, in which I will leave my affiliate link in the description box below. Should you choose to use my link, I will receive a small commission, but it doesn't cost you anything extra to use the link. Okay. So this is the SVG that we're going to use today. And this is how it comes in on the canvas, 15 inches wide by 15 inches high. We're not going to have it that big, so we are going to resize it, or should I say we don't need it that big. So we're going to resize this image to fit our shirt. And then we're going to widen it out just a little bit, okay? I have already done a print head cleaning for today. And I think I want to make this just a little bit smaller, y'all. All right, so this is our sizing. So you have to rip the job. And once it finished ripping, then we will take the image and print it. And we will watch that come out here. And I don't have a full tool yet, simply because I ordered some stuff that I am waiting to come in so that I can change the whole layout on my office. So we're going to make sure that we have this fairly centered and even. And I'm going to turn that up like that. And I may even, there we go. Just do that like that. So it's at 25% on ripping, which we can see that right here. And it looks like y'all can see the screen as well. Okay. And remember the Epson L1800, I'm not going to say you can't mass produce, but I wouldn't mass produce. It takes about 10 minutes to print an image. Y'all, it sounds like I hear one of the Frenchies in here. I do. Come here, Mama. Oreo. 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 All right, so Oreo came in and then she ran out. So y'all tell Oreo, hey. Say hey, Oreo. Say hey to the people, Oreo. All right, so we're going to let Oreo go back out. Go ahead, Oreo. There you go. And we do have another Frenchie named Bear. The Bear is probably doing God knows what. All right, guys. So as you can see, our job has finished ripping here. So then you will hit this arrow here. Oops. That's our job. And then you all right. And then you're going to watch it come out here. It should be on automatic print. And I'm going to try and get some better lighting. Move you guys over here so that you can watch what's going on. So as I was saying, as we can already see, this is not a printer for mass production. Not to say that you couldn't print a few transfers to sell them, but I would not try to do it in mass production. If you want a mass production DTF printer, there's plenty out there to search for. So as you can see, this is starting to print, but it's taking its time. And I did do a print head cleaning, as I stated before we started this job, just so that I can make sure that we're keeping the DTF printer from getting clogged up and that we get the maximum print quality out of our DTF printer. So I'm going to lay this back down till it actually starts printing. I just want to show you guys again. This is the ink that is in my DTF printer. And this is the one that has pigment ink in it. So it should give us more vibrant colors. And I know we're not talking about bling, but I want to be sure that because I had such a catastrophe with the video earlier that I put out, and the sound was not working. So this is the bag that we created on that live with no sound. Y'all, that was horrible. So this is your bling swag bag. These bags will be available to those who want to learn how to bling. And in that bag, you will get an ice chipper of stones from the baby's booty. Again, I do not know what the colors will be that I will pick, but you will get one ice chipper included in that bag. You will also be able to get a rhinestone brush based on, it'll be either one of these, whichever is in stock at the time that you place your order. You will get a piece of test flock. You will also get a metal scraper. You will get a weeding tool. You will get a rhinestone picker tool, depending on which color is in stock at the time. And you will also get a pair of tweezers, a weeding tool, a mat to store your template on, and a piece of a piece of 12 by 12 flock to cut your design out on. I will leave a link in the description box below where you will be able to purchase those from. My website is teesboutique615.online, or you can download my app on iOS and Android. Tees Boutique, it is opaque and has a hanger. All right, guys, so I'm gonna let this up some now because it is starting to print, and I want you guys to be able to watch the DTF print. So it's starting to lay that white, and it's actually laying that white as it should lay it. Because the other night it was not doing such a hot job. Y'all, this echo is killing me. Look how good that white is laying. And this is what you want, how you want it to lay on your DTF transfer. And as y'all can see, my Partners in Shine shirt. And these are the baby's booty stones, with the exception of the blue at the top in Shine. Evie does have a buy-in that is going on currently that starts it starts April 30th, and it will run approximately 7 days. You can buy those in bulk at wholesale price, or you can go to the Hot Fix store, hotfix.store, and buy at retail in smaller quantities. If anybody has any idea what's up with Echo, please let me know. I have the mics muted except one. Does that sound better? How's that sound? Still sounds like we have a horrible echo. How's that? Is that better? Still sounds like we have an echo somewhere though. That seems to be the problem with StreamYard though. So it should be almost done printing this DTF transfer, and then we are going to cure it. So, whoops. So I'm gonna let this lay down. Close that, and I'm gonna let you guys be able to watch the transfer finish printing. And I'm going to go ahead and turn on our heat press. And I'm going to turn the time up to what? Temperature. I'm going to turn it up to 400 degrees for 30 seconds. And then I'm just covering up my mats to my Cricut mat, because we want to try and prolong the longevity of our mats. And then I'm just going to stick them right here. All right, so we are almost finished printing that transfer. And then I just want to move some of this other stuff out of the way because we don't want to mess up the things for our bling bag, for our bling swag. That right. Yeah, I don't care how much space you think you got. You always figure out a way to run out of space in your craft room. All right. So this is finished printing. I'm going to let the paper up as far as the transfer film up as far as I can because I cut this off and then I generally take it back and line it back up so that it is ready for the next time. So this is what our transfer looks like. I'm going to lay it down over here. So let me change gears. And I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I'm going to put some light back over here so you guys can see. Okay. All right. So hopefully you can see that very well. I'm going to turn off the DTF printer because it does trip things in my house. And I'm going to go ahead and plug up the DTF curing machine. I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to grab my Yamation DTF powder. Yamation sent me that kit, and I absolutely love the Yamation DTF powder. So I have I was looking for gloves. Which I just put them up earlier. And what do you know? Can't remember where I put them at. Yep, right here looking at me. Alright. So I'm gonna put on my gloves just to protect my hands. And you actually should have on gloves, guys, when messing with these different types of chemicals and things like that. I'm going to go ahead and get this out of the way. All right. So I have my gloves on. I'm just going to slide this back just a little bit so it will give me a little bit of room. And I know I say this a lot about DTF powder, but I am so serious, y'all. A little goes a long way. I'm just heavy-handed, so don't mind me. But for those of you that are light-handed, a little will go a long way. And you just want to make sure that you are covering this up so that when it starts to cure, it will have enough coverage on it to cure. And what you're looking for is you want these crystals, because that's what the powder will be in. It's in like a crystal form right now. And you just want to go from side to side, see? And that's the real reason why you only really need a little bit, seriously. So I'm going to dump some of this off into my container, because you literally, and I do mean it literally, only need a little bit. So I'm going to have to come in here and vacuum my floor again, because a little bit got on my floor. And I definitely don't want my Frenchies in here being greedy as they are, especially there. And then guys, all you do literally is just roll it back and forth, back and forth. And you just want to make sure you ultimately are getting good coverage over the whole image. I feel like right here doesn't have enough to my liking, although it probably does. But we're just gonna make sure that we get enough coverage. All right, and so then what you do then is you shake off your excess, close your container back up, whoopsie daisies, put your container back down, and then what I do is I take off one glove, and then I get a Lysol wipe and wipe the area down. And then that way, you don't have to worry about, did you leave anything behind? And that's what our transfer looks like with that powder on it. And now we're going to hop over here to the curing oven. So this is the curing oven. And our printer is heating up. So this is our Pro Color curing oven here. And again, I hate, and I mean, it's starting to become annoying at this point now with the HTV right just cutting off. I don't know what's up with that. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take my other glove off. You guys can, I'll show y'all what it looks like as it starts its curing process. And I'm just gonna make sure that I have everything up off of my mat over here. And that's the only real pro tip that I have with DTF is just make sure that you are cleaning up as you go along. And then that way you don't have any mess laying around anywhere. So while that's heating up, I'm gonna go over here to my shirt rack, and I am going to grab us a shirt. Lord have mercy. Oh, all of those are not the right size. All right, so we're going to use a white Gildan heavy cotton t-shirt today. So this will be our Gildan heavy cotton size small that we are going to use today. And I'm going to go ahead and start pre-pressing this shirt just to take the moisture out, because you want to make sure you have all of your moisture, all of that good stuff out. And we're going to take a peek at how our transfer is doing. So far it's doing well. We're looking for it to be looking like this, the orange peel with no crystals. So it is working on it. So while we're doing that, and then we're going to fold our shirt in half. And we're going to find our center line. I learned this from so many channels, but Crafting with Delonda, Katrina's Graceful Creations, those are two that comes to mind off the top of my head. And then we're also going to double check ourselves by using our t-shirt ruler. And other thing, when you're using a DTF carry machine, you want to make sure that you are in a well ventilated area, because guys, this stuff is toxic. Okay, so you want to be careful with what you breathe in. And our center. And it's kind of imperative. You don't want to have wrinkles or any of that good stuff when trying to find your center line. And I'm just gonna, I feel like it needs one more good solid press, because the HTV rod does not have like really good pressure. All right, y'all, so we are almost there on the transfer with our orange peel. That top corner up there is not quite finished. And this is another thing that I want to show you guys. It was at 392 originally. And when I was pressing this, the temperature dropped down to 383. So it definitely does not have great even pressure. So you'll want to be careful with what you press or what type of projects that you design on here. All right. So now we do have our center line, which matches up. I'm going to let that sit under there. I'm going to check our print. And as you can see, we have a orange peel here. We're working on our orange peel up here on nurturing. And that will be done in just a second. And I also want to show you guys, this is what your prints will come out looking like with DTF on black fabric if you do not do print head cleanings. I forgot to do print head cleanings. And do you see how yucky looking that looks? I don't have much light over on this side, but it looks really, really yucky. All right, guys. So we are going to go ahead and turn this off. We finally got our DTF print completed. This is what it looks like. I'm going to turn you guys back around to the heat press. And I think I'm going to go ahead and grab my scissors and I'm going to cut off the excess around here that we don't necessarily need. I just think that's a waste. And I don't want to transfer any extra glue that may appear that we can't see. All right. And I'm just place that in my trash can. All right. So we have our center. We're going to check ourselves with our t-shirt ruler. All right, and that looks pretty good to me. I'm going to move these out of my way. And I'm going to put a piece of I keep saying transfer, not transfer, a piece of Teflon sheet, even though I have one on the top and the bottom of my platen. But I want to make sure that I am protecting my heat press ultimately and that I am also not transferring anything to the Teflon sheets, okay? And again, we're pressing this at 400 degrees for 30 seconds. This is a cool peel. I don't know where my my marble slab is. You can get you a marble slab and rub across it. You can use another t-shirt to rub across it, and it will take all of that heat out for you almost instantly. So what I'm going to do is just shake this up. And I'm going to actually grab another t-shirt off of my rack. And we're going to just rub, and we're going to take the heat out that way as well. All right. And then you just want to pull the transfer off. We don't have anything left on it. So I am definitely loving it. No ink left behind. Everything transferred amazing. Now we're going to give it one final press for about 15 seconds here. That's just to make sure that everything goes cohesive with the fabric, which in this case is cotton in the shirt. Remember that DTF transfers can go on a bunch of different substrates, including hard substrates. All right, so we are going to do our final reveal. I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. I'm going to show you over here what it looks like, but I'm also going to give you a better view. So this is what we have. All right, guys. So this is what. Oh, did y'all catch that bling though? It's the bling for me. Craftable Things Design. All right. So this is our final reveal for our DTF transfer. I think it came out fabulous. So there are a few key things that I want you guys to take from this tutorial. One is the safety precautions of making sure that you guys are in a well-ventilated area. You are using a mask. You're using gloves first and foremost. So safety. The second thing that I want you guys to take from this video is when doing your DTF prints, whether using a full-blown DTF printer, meaning the Epson L1800 by ProColor, or if it's one that you have converted yourself, is to make sure that you are doing your print head cleanings. If you go back and watch a couple of my other videos, you will see that when you don't do the print head cleaning, that the quality of the image is not like it looks tonight, if that makes sense what I'm trying to say. And then the third thing ultimately is you want to make sure that you are doing your temperature settings, you're following the guidelines of what it says to press it on. Don't increase the temperature or try to take shortcuts, because sometimes trying to take shortcuts, excuse me, I can't talk today. So trying to take shortcuts will sometimes cause your projects not to come out like they should. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I will give you one more final look at the shirt that we made today. And until next time, that's all I have for you guys. Peace. Enjoy.